And welcome back, everyone, to the Digimon Partner Series. I'm late on this because I accidentally recorded this as a Lantern Core yesterday. And by the time I got done with it, I'm like, oh, crap. I started uploading it, and I realized, wait, no. I'm on the Digimon this month. So from, what was the name of the Batista Camilla, we have Lloyd Garmadon from Ninjago. Now, I've made it clear, I'm not a huge Ninjago person, but I still want to, and I don't do the requests just because people ask me to do them. In the sense that, when people start spamming me with Ninjago requests, I'm not going to just immediately do them. There's also some requests I'm just flat out don't do. But I still want to give the people who enjoy this series some attention and I think that's still fair, I think. So, what is the Digimon partner for Lloyd, who is the leader of his people? He's a ninja master of ninjutsu master of energy manipulation, not just like any sort of standard element. Well, I think it starts with Hawkmon. Why? Well, remember that a Digimon companion, a Digimon partner, isn't always an exact one-to-one to the personality of the partner. They oftentimes will have personalities that differ from them. For example, again, we use Gomamon and Joe as a perfect example. Joe is very responsible, reliable, very kind of uptight, kind of nervous about things, whereas Gomamon's a lot more carefree, so they balance each other out. But that's not always the case. Hawkmon and Yoli were actually pretty good counterparts to each other. Not counterparts, but pretty compatible with each other in the sense that they were very similar, but it worked. Same with Vmon and Davis. Armadillomon and Cody were, they were a little different from each other. Armadillomon was certainly a little bit more, fun going, I'd say. And Wormmon and Ken were definitely different for a while. But either way, still, Hawkmon, I think, though, at least the Hawkmon we see in Digimon Season 2, is a good representation of someone who would be a good opposite to this guy initially. I think as we see the character of Lloyd mature, Hawkmon actually becomes a lot more of a good representation of Lloyd. Then the next one on the list would be his Digivolution. Now, keep in mind that with Armor Digivolution, so Shurimon, a ninja, makes sense. With Armor Digivolution, you generally need the Armor Digivolution leg, but as far as I know, we have seen, at least in the animes, examples of the Armor Digivolution happening naturally, like these occurring in the wild, if you will. So either a group of these Digimon found the egg, or there are other ways to become Armor Digivolutions, we just don't see them. And the idea that Armor Digivolution doesn't digivolve past that, I've never liked that. I like the idea that the Armor Digivolutions can still digivolve. So that's where the champion lies. Now, where did I start, by the way, with it? Well, I think I did start with Shurimon. It's a ninja. It does work, I think. It's got the shuriken, all that's also even got a color scheme similar to him. So, but this is where I kind of branched the line out a little bit. I went with Gokumon next, who is based on Sun Wukong. Not less ninja, now more monkey warrior fighter thing. And it still works because it still works with like the Eastern philosophy kind of thing that a lot of Ninjago goes for. I still think that works in its favor. Now, that being said, however, the Mega Digivolution, I went with its natural one, which is Shakamon, which is an extremely powerful Mega Digivolution. Even by Megas, this thing is powerful. But there's a catch-22 on this. This is like a three-way Digivolution between Gokumon and two other Digimon. This is not something Gokumon could naturally turn into on its own. But I think this works well within character for Lloyd, from what I can find, where trusting his family and friends more, valuing them more. I think working together, this would still be Gokumon's Digivolution. He just does it in conjunction with his other friends and Digimon partners. So I think this line works well enough in my mind. I mean, look, like I said, I'm not a huge Ninjago person, so if you've got an idea that works better, I'm more than willing to hear it. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.